Here's what everyone gets wrong about speed. Ask the internet for the fastest animal on Earth, and it hands you this one, the cheetah, 71 miles an hour. Case closed, except that's wrong, and not by a little. The cheetah isn't even in the top 3. Depending on one question, nobody bothers to ask. So before you trust another fastest animal list, understand what it's actually timing. The cheetah is fast. That part's true. It's the fastest thing on 4 legs, over open ground, for about 30 seconds before it overheats. Every word in that sentence is a limit. Fastest, on land, in a sprint, over a short distance. The rankings quietly delete all of it and crown the cheetah fastest animal, full stop. That's the charge. Fastest isn't one contest, it's at least 4, and they don't share a winner. Fastest on land, fastest in a dive, fastest in level flight, and fastest for your own size. Different tracks, different clocks, different champions. Put them in one column, rank them 1 to 10, and you haven't measured speed. You've measured which animal was easiest to film. Here's the list the internet agrees on. Cheetah at the top, then the usual runners-up, pronghorn, sailfish, a horse, maybe a swift if the writer was feeling generous. They line them up by top speed, biggest number wins, and they never say how the number was clocked. Some are radar, some are a stopwatch and a guess. The sailfish, at a widely quoted 110 kilometers an hour, that figure comes from a real line estimate from decades ago, and newer studies put it far lower. But notice the deeper problem. Every animal on that list is timed in a different way, in a different medium, doing a different thing, and then ranked against each other as if the numbers mean the same. It's like ranking a swimmer, a skier, and a skydiver by miles per hour and calling one of them the fastest human. The list never asks the only question that makes speed comparable. Fastest at what? So, let's run the clock properly, because the animal that actually holds the absolute speed record isn't on the ground at all. And once you see how it does it, you'll want to argue the record shouldn't count. Evidence 1. The peregrine falcon. In a hunting dive, a stoop, it folds its wings and drops. Terminal speeds around 200 miles an hour are routine. The record, a bird named Frightful, clocked 242. That's 3.4 times the cheetah. It's faster than a human body falls out of a plane. The absolute fastest animal on Earth isn't running. It's aiming itself at the ground like a missile. But here's the honest complication. That's a dive. Gravity is doing half the work. Ask the peregrine to go 200 in level, flapping flight, and it can't. So is it the fastest animal or the best at falling? Depends, again, on what you're timing. Evidence 2. If a dive feels like cheating, fine. Let's demand level, self-powered flight. No gravity, just muscle. Now the record changes hands again, likely to a swift or a free-tailed bat, clocked over 100 miles an hour in flapping flight. Not the cheetah, not the peregrine. A third animal for a third definition. And we're not done, because none of these are even the same kind of measurement. Cheetah, top speed on land. Peregrine, terminal velocity in a fall. Swift, sustained speed in the air. Sailfish, allegedly, in water. 4 animals, 4 numbers. 4 completely different questions, stacked in one ranking and sorted by whichever number happened to be biggest. That's not a speed record. That's a category error with a stopwatch. Evidence 3. The variable no ranking survives. Speed for your own size. The cheetah covers about 16 body lengths every second. Impressive, until you meet a mite, Paratarsotomus macropalpus, a Southern California mite the size of a sesame seed that runs 322 body lengths per second, 20 times the cheetah. Scale that up to a human, and you'd be running at roughly 1,300 miles an hour, past the speed of sound. The fastest animal relative to its body isn't the cheetah, or the falcon, or anything you could photograph running. It's a speck on a rock in California that you would never, ever see move. Same planet, wildly different answer. Because, again, we changed the question.
Verdict.
Fastest on land, the cheetah, a genuine champion of one event. Fastest in absolute terms, a falcon, mostly falling. Fastest in level flight, a bird or a bat you've never named. Fastest for its size, a mite you can't see. 4 races, 4 winners, none of them the same. Fastest animal isn't one number, it's medium, times mode, times the frame you measure against. Land or air or water, sprint or dive or cruise, absolute or per your own body. Change any one, and the champion changes with it. The ranking wasn't wrong. It asked a one-word question that has 4 answers, and photographed the prettiest one. The stopwatch doesn't lie. The headline does.
Here's why it matters.
The cheetah wins the ranking for one reason. It's the one you can put on camera. The falcon's record needs gravity. The mite's record needs a microscope. The swift never sits still long enough for a photo. So the trophy goes to the telegenic sprinter, and the actual fastest things on Earth stay off the podium because they don't film well. Speed didn't pick the winner, the camera did.
So next time you see
the 10 fastest animals, ask the one question that counts. Fastest at what? On land, in a dive, in the air, or for its own size? Pick a lane, and the list rewrites itself. Respect the data, not the headline. Comments are open. Tell me which fastest they sold you. I'll check the clock. Next case, the biggest animal that ever lived. And biggest is going to have the exact same problem.